On Monday, more than 100 people were arrested in a pro-Palestinian protest at the Ogilvie Transportation Center. Chicago. More than 100 people were arrested on a protest against the Israeli-Hamas war in Chicago city center on Saturday. I feel sorry for everything happened October 7th and everything that has been on October 7th. But there is no reason for anything been going right now and we need a ceasefire, said. After entering and rejected to leave a group of Ogilvie Transportation Center. 106 arrests were made on Monday. Protesto lasted about 4 hours. Since hundreds of protesters were inside, the region was surrounded by Chicago police and members of the SWAT team outside. Among the Protestoists, there are hundreds of Jews and allies from Milwaukee, Kansas City, Detroit and Indianapolis. Malkah Bird, traveling from Indianapolis, said, "We came here to demand a ceasefire from cities around the Middle West. To demand freedom and security for Palestinians. As the Jewish people, there is no more violence in Gaza. Not in our steps. As a Jewish person, we value freedom, security, justice, salvation for all people." The protesters advanced in Ogilvie Transportation Center to attract attention of leaders in Consulate General of Israel to Middle West-related Northbrook demonstrators while walking to Michigan Boulevard while supporting Israel Protester Daniel Epstein said, "We knew it was an important time for our movement to speak because first step of our long-term target, which is the end of profession, is a ceasefire and now a ceasefire." Former Chicago Teachers Association President Jesse Shaary was among those arrested and CTU's Vice President Jackson Potter spoke against Israel's Gaza-ing. "As educators, we cannot remain silent with too much death and destruction," said. "I came here from Iowa because I felt incredibly important to say that as an American and a Jew. A ceasefire and taxpayer is not in our name," said Dan Goldwin and thousands of people from the local Chicago Jewish community on Monday evening. Washington, D.C. Washington goes to D.C. for thousands of pro-Israeli demonstrators. This is a real aircraft, train and automobile type, and there are multi-beloved grandmother and grandfather children, he said. Goldwin also said he didn't show how most of the protests at the train station on Monday. "I think what happened in Ogilvie today was a cruelty. Some extreme groups trying to present themselves from being a part of the Jewish community or not. When they take over the train station when it comes to their political views," said. On Monday night, he left half a dozen buses from suburbs for the Israeli march in Washington. "This is only a terrible thing on October 7th. And the world seems to know it. And well make sure they're doing," said. At least tens of thousands of people are expected to gather at the National Shopping Center for rally on Tuesday to support Israel. "We are gathering in D.C. because the